Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if you're not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategic or compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you more updates for tick symbol NWBO that was covered in the previous video. We're also going to be looking at tick symbol ABAT that was previously known as ABML. So great news there, and we're also going to be doing a Congress update for MMTLP, so stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first headline here from CNBC, we can see that the Dow Jones has fallen for the third straight day, losing 300 points as treasury yields reach multi-year highs. So let's have a look at the finer details. So the Dow Jones Industrial was down 354 points, or approximately 1%. S&P 500 was down 1.5%, and obviously they're on track to end the week down more than 1% and 2%. So overall not great news. In terms of the 10-year treasury yield, that's now hit 4.48%, and it's the highest in more than 15 years. So the latest catalyst being weekly job claims, and they are still showing strong figures, so that could be positive. Weekly jobless claims decreased by 20,000. We also saw good news from the Fed. Interest rates didn't go up, but remember, September is the most difficult month in the trading year for the market, so that is still proving to be the case. So on a positive note for Nancy, we can see here the news today, what Nancy stated as a reminder. December the 15th, she was asked if Congress should be banned from trading stocks. Her response was no, this is a free market. So in terms of a salary, she gets a salary of $223,000, but her net worth is in excess of $120 million. So I think let's have a look at an example of what Nancy calls a free market. So shout out here to Unusual Wales with a crazy trade in the free market. Yesterday, somebody opened tick symbol SPLK, 127 calls for $22,000, expiring tomorrow. And then today, Cisco Systems, tick symbol CSCO, has just announced acquiring Splunk for $28 billion. Splunk was up 20% on the market. However, contracts previously were $0.04, overall to 4 cents, and now $18.34. So we're looking at a return of approximately 45,650%, and obviously netting the person millions and millions of dollars. So in the previous video we covered an update from Congress for MMTLP. So the latest information here from Hollywood Henry in terms of the campaign. He has now done it. He worked overtime and on overdrive managed to get it done. So the key date we're looking at here is September the 27th, and the packages have been sent out and they will arrive on time. So overall we're looking at around about 421 envelopes sent to the House Financial Services Committee, the Senate Banking Committee and the Senate Finance Committee. So these are not generic letters being sent. Each one is individually addressed to each congressional member. Again, credit to Hollywood Henry for organizing this. And each member's office is receiving a copy regardless of how many offices they have. So tremendous news there. So this package includes 7 pages, 1 cover letter addressed to the committee member, 5-page counterpoint to the CRS report, 1 collage of MMTLP, which has been trending on Twitter for 281 days, 421 total envelopes being mailed, and 2,947 pages, 1 united goal asking all members to inquire about an audited aggregated share count. And one other message for all MMTLP community members: it's now time to make your voices heard. When reaching out to your congressional representatives, make sure to reference the mailing that has now been sent to them. They should have received that, and hopefully they will be reading that. So let's draw their attention to that. The staffers with the analysis, they need to have a need for swift education for the issue of MMTLP. Let's now get the latest updates for ticker symbol ABAT, previously known as ABML and also known as American Battery Technology Company. So the good news here, we can see here from the press release, the company have stated that they have received approval for listing on the NASDAQ exchange with the new stock symbol ABAT. So tremendous news, and the company have stated they are excited to announce their uplisting to the NASDAQ, which marks a significant milestone, enables them to unlock new opportunities for the stakeholders and position ABTC as a leader in commercializing technologies to secure critical domestic minerals and enable the closed-loop battery materials supply chain and circular economy. So again, it was previously trading on the OTC, so great news there for ABML. We always knew it had huge potential. And we can see on the press release here, it states American Battery Technology has received approval for listing on the NASDAQ, and this is dated September the 21st, 2023. So today was the first day for ABML to be on the NASDAQ. So excellent news there. So let's have a reminder in terms of the catalyst and where we are right now. So NASDAQ uplist has now happened. We're looking at 20 million prepayment from TechMet. BASF news was also covered previously. It's going to be the first ever US closed loop partnership, and the company is also on pace to be feeding high throughout quantities of battery materials in the coming weeks. So if you remember the lithium discovery, that's also a huge catalyst that is going to be there for the company for the future as well. So in terms of upcoming catalysts, we've got full-time operations about to commence, which will generate the company revenue, additional partnership announcements also to come, and they are also indicated and measured TF evaluation. So let's have a look at the chart for today. So there was a great bounce. At one point it did go in excess of $13, has been a little bit of a sell-off. So I think at one point it was up well excess of 30%, but right now at time of editing, I think it's still up a healthy 18.51% at $11.14. So again, congratulations to everybody who has just got into ABAT. Finally, I'd like to finish off by having a look at ticker symbol NWBO. So go ahead and check out the previous video from yesterday where we covered NWBO, and at the time of yesterday's video it was up close to 78% on the month. So let's have a look at what's happened today. So at one point today it did hit a price, I think it did hit also $1. And at time of editing, when it was at 99 cents, we could see it was up 129.5% on the month. So again, great news and momentum for NWBO. So shout out here to Richard, who's posted with regard to NWBO. He's looked at the borrow rate, which is also the cost to borrow, and he states here approximately 37.4%. Brokers are contacting shareholders asking if they want to lend shares, and recommendation from Richard, don't, the squeeze is on. So again, hopefully this is true, but let's confirm the borrow rate. So from Fintel, we can see it's actually gone higher, and at time of editing it's currently 44.5%. so it's gone up more than threefold, and it was just a few days ago it was 14.57%. So certainly much more expensive for the shorts to borrow, and good momentum here for NWBO. So for more details of the stock, check out the previous video, and finally, thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.